Hello, welcome. So today I'm going to do a little bit of badging. The main thing is I'm going to put on my door sill guards, but I'm also going to put some decals on my windows, and by the way, also on the Veloster. Oh, and I have a new license plate and a new license plate holder. So I'll show you all that. First, we'll install this. It's hardly worth it. The reason I'm putting this all in one video is because none of it's worth a video by itself. So we're going to do a whole bunch of things. So let's get going. Now these are the door sill guards that you can buy from Chrysler when you configure your car. They have a $495 appearance package that includes these for your door sills, floor mats, and a trunk mat for $500. Now, if you're like me and are cheap, by the way, I ended up not ordering the car. I ended up buying one already on the lot. So this wasn't an option. But even if I had been ordering it, I would not have gotten it with these because these are not worth $500 and I don't really care about floor mats. So Amazon, more like closer to $100. I don't remember. It's been I bought these a long time ago, but because they've been sitting in there waiting to be installed because I had more interesting things to install. So they're like $100, $120. So I'm thinking if it's $500 and this, let's be generous, call it $150, which it's not. It's lower than that. So that leaves let me do my math. $250 for 2 floor mats and a trunk mat. Yeah, I'm thinking it's the better deal to get it from. And by the way, look how hard it is to install. Double sticky tape on the back. Well, let me get down on the ground. Oh, this is the part I hate. You old people know what I'm talking about. If you've been following the channel, you know I put a lot of stuff on with double sticky tape on my car, and you need your isopropyl alcohol to clean off the surface, so you give the double sticky tape the best place to bond. And by the way, this one is especially important to clean because of where it is, because it's on your door sill, which probably gets a fair amount of dirt. So let's put a little of this. Fortunately, it's nice and hot and not so humid. So this alcohol will evaporate almost instantaneously. In fact, okay, it's already clean. Now, if you're a stickler, there's actually instructions in the box that tell you how to measure so that you put it exactly where it's supposed to go, where if you got it from Chrysler, it would go. But I don't know if you can see it in the camera. There is a notch right here and a notch right here at the other end. Well, this is probably a little harder to see. Well, you're just going to do it in a little bit from each of those. And like I could use a ruler, but is anybody going to get down with a ruler and say, oh, well, this is 3 millimeters the wrong way? Now, by the way, if you know Work, Play, Drive, if you ever watch his channel, oh, he'd have the ruler up because he is Mr. OCD when it comes to putting stuff on his car. Everything has to be exactly right. So I hope he's not watching this video, although since I mentioned his name and we'll link him below, he might. So don't freak out, Work, Play, Drive. Okay, should have just edited out a whole lot of messing around trying to get the backing off the ends of this. It was like stuck to. Anyway, I got the backing off, so now we peel the backing off. Now the important thing is to get it lined up right. So you want the Challenger facing out, and then, like I said, there's a notch here and a notch there. So this notch. There, I'm about a little less than ½ an inch from both notches. So I'm just going to slide it down here. And then it should be right about in the middle here. And we're done. Let me get all my fingerprints off there. This is for you, Workplay Drive, wiping the fingerprints off. Although I'm sure you're not even watching anymore because you were cringing so much. But I hit those notches just about perfect. So like I said, they don't line up, right? It's a little inset from either end. So the fact, if it lined up, yeah, then, or you could, by the way, Workplay Drive, you could line it up at this end. I just put it right there in the middle. I think these are gorgeous. They protect I just think they're pretty. Like I said, I was almost going to pay $500 for it. I will do the other one off camera because we all have better things to do than watch me do that again, because that was pretty simple. So I'm wearing my OCMotivator t-shirt merch that you can get from his channel. I'll link below too. He has nice merch. OCMotivator is kind of like my mentor, even though I don't know him personally, but I know him through YouTube. When I was looking at researching buying cars, and I was looking at the Challenger, I found his channel. Now, I had just watched, I don't know, 15 dozen or more, hundreds of YouTube channels of people that own Challengers, and they were all like 12. Okay. They were all young. They were all in their late teens, early 20s. Maybe some of them were pushing 30, but they were all young men. And then I found OCMotivator's channel, and he's like closer to 50. And I thought, oh, so an old guy can do this. And then he also has some videos which you can go on his channel. I'll be linking to his channel below again for the merch and anything. But you can go to his channel. He has several videos, especially earlier on, where he talked about how he built the channel and tax ramifications and all the stuff. And I went, wait a minute. If I have a YouTube channel, then I can deduct the cost of the cameras and all this stuff. And more importantly, possibly deduct the cost of the car. By the way, big caveat for those of you thinking of following my lead, saying, oh, I can deduct my car. A, it's a percentage of the value of the car. In fact, it has a cap at $18,000 something. So most you can deduct of the car is $18,000. Wait, and here's the kicker. You can only write that off against revenue. So until your channel is monetized, if you're not making any money from YouTube, you can't deduct. So I bought this car thinking I was going to get to deduct it off part of it off my taxes. No. By the way, fortunately, this part of the IRS tax code has a carryover. So I rolled that over till the next tax year. So hopefully, if I can get monetized this year, and by the way, make $18,000, you can only deduct up to how much you've made. So I have to monetize and make $18,000 in order to write off the part of this car. So it may never happen. By the way, I'm not sad. It's a great car. It was just an ad. But anyway, all these things, much of what I know about YouTube, I learned from OCMotivator. And one of the things I learned from OCMotivator, and by the way, also every other car channel, but I'm going to give him credit for everything because I love the dude. By the way, this is how much I love the dude. I'm linking it below. Actually, I'll even link it up here in the corner somewhere. The man just bought a Scat Pack Charger in the middle of the highest car prices of all time and the car's chip shortage and all this stuff, and he paid MSRP. Now he had to fly to the middle, like somewhere around in Illinois somewhere from California, and he's gonna have to drive it back. But I'm just so damn proud of the guy because, by the way, he had a deal all set up. Well, watch the video. I'll link it below. He had a deal all set up, and then the dealer called back and said, "Oh no, there'll be a $5,000 or $10,000 additional markup." And he said, "Screw y'all." And his wife, who was in Illinois, happened to find a dealer, and so watch the video. It's very funny. And he now has a blue. Wait, is it Frostbite, a Frostbite Charger Scat Pack. Now he still owns the Hellcat Challenger that he had built his channel around. Oh, and a Lamborghini. Go away. The guy's awesome. He's funny. He's also a motivational speaker, so he puts a little motivational thing in all his videos. He's a blast. But anyway, one of the things I learned from him is you have to self-promote. So, and by the way, every other car channel on YouTube, they put a little thing with their YouTube name. Now, I found on Etsy, I found a seller who will do, you can pick. And by the way, you could have, if you have more, you could have them all the way across. I only have these three, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, that are Dr. Wigo. I have accounts on other, but I hate going to channels where they say, well, follow me at this on YouTube, but at this on Instagram, and at this. I think OC made it, and I understand because the names were taken, but fortunately, Dr. Wigo, nobody wanted that. So I have it on these three major platforms. So that's what I'm putting on here. So I got this from this wonderful woman. And by the way, she really was nice. I had to deal with her because it got lost in shipping. It didn't really get lost. They just left it sitting in the for like a month. But she got it all straightened out. I like it so much, I went and got more. I got more stuff from her, which I will show you a little later in this video. So what we're going to do now, well, as you can see, the sticky stuff is stuck to this and ripping off the letters, so this one is unusable. Okay, well, on this white backing, it's working, but kinda. But I only have the one for the one side, so much for that. I will contact the seller and see what maybe I'll have to find another source. Okay. But that wasn't the only one. I also got, well, before I even try to go move the camera so I can show you sticking this on, I got a little Stormtrooper logo to put on the back window. Which is peeling off just fine. Okay. Now, if you thought the last thing drove Work Play Drive crazy, wait till you watch this, because I am going to eyeball. Oh wait, now I have the lines in the center there. So I'm going to eyeball this, which I know, like I said, is going to make Work Play Drive crazy. Okay, there we go. Now line that up. Okay, it looks centered to me. Now I'm looking at it. No, that's actually not bad. I'd say it's slightly, if you line up the shark fin on top of the roof, it's close. Okay. Now, that's not everything. Let me show you. There is my new license plate, Dr. Wigo. By the way, Tennessee stopped making them during the pandemic. They started back in this year, and you have to order it, and then and then it takes weeks, and then they send it to your county clerk, and it takes another couple of weeks to make sure they have it. Then you have to go to the county clerk's office, for me, my county clerk is all the way downtown, which is like a 35-minute drive. But I finally got it, and there it is. And look, I don't know if you can see this. On the year, it says Dr. Wigo. That's so people can't steal your stickers and stick them on their license plate. Because apparently that's a problem in Tennessee, is people stealing the year stickers so they won't get pulled over. Well, I guess you probably won't get pulled over because they won't until they pull you over, they won't see that it's the wrong one. And also notice the carbon fiber license plate holder with Scat Pack on it. I got that off Amazon. I will link that below. So now we have Dr. Wigo, Stormtrooper, and there's the little Stormtrooper. But wait, there's more. As long as I was getting license plate holders, and again, I'll link this below, but on Amazon, there are lots of these companies, but on Amazon, there's one that will let you write whatever you want on the top and the bottom. So I got, my other car is a Challenger Scat Pack 392 because that's what would fit. So I got that for Baby Trooper. So Stormtrooper and Baby Trooper. By the way, thanks for nothing. Nobody suggested a name except my friend Christina. So I'm going with Baby. So this is Baby, for short for Baby Trooper, and that's Stormtrooper, which I guess I could also call Storm. So that is my attempt at badging. I did get the door sill guard down and the Stormtrooper logo. The Dr. Wigo logo for the side windows, which all YouTubers, car YouTubers apparently do, was a fail because the letters stuck to the thing and then ripped. They stuck to the backing so much that when you tried to peel them off, they ripped the backing away. So I contacted the seller and she said, well, that's the way it works and you can still use them, so I will not make you new ones and you're just stuck with them. And then, by the way, that wasn't enough, so later she sent me another one that said, oh, and you didn't do it within the 12 days return period. Well, so after spending 20 minutes scraping all that crap off, I was able to get what you see now. But you might be looking and going, wait a minute, I thought the little icons for the things were smaller and were white. Yes, they were, but I had previously ordered a different one where I didn't like the font of the Dr. Wigo, but it came with those three colors. So I put the bottom part of the one from the seller, who I will now not identify because I cannot recommend either her product or her service. And I put the little ones on from the other one. Oh, now over here, these are the ones on the Veloster. I used the smaller ones that I got from the same one. By the way, if you look at the W there, you will see the little crease. That's because even with the stuff off, it was hard to get it to line up, and yeah. Again, I do not recommend that product or that seller, but from a distance, it looks okay. And the other side went on okay, because the other side, by the way, was the white backing, which, as you recall, I had no problems with. It was only with the blue backing. So, there you go. That's it for this time. Yeah, I know, it wasn't very exciting, but hey, it's summer, it's hot. I'm sorry it took as long as it did because I'm sweating like a pig. But anyway, see you next week. Have a good one.